Vlogmas day 23, and it's already actually a 2:45 in the afternoon because yeah, that's how my day has been. I haven't had time yet to start filming, and I was up very early this morning despite going to bed late. So I keep waking up at the same time every morning, so the lesson is I need to go to bed earlier. But it's not very easy. All these days before Christmas are quite hectic, and yeah, yesterday my brother stopped by and stayed with us for a few hours, drinking some tea and just chatting. And honestly, I have the loveliest siblings, so that was great. But that also meant that I didn't get to begin the Christmas tree decorations until like 10:30. So yeah, it was late before I got to bed. So today I have been hemming a tablecloth, trying to clear away all the unused ornaments and all of that, and doing chores around the house and wrapping some presents and everything. But none of that was very interesting to you, so yeah, I am now sat in my car and I'm heading down to do the dreaded food shopping. So yeah, I'm taking a big gulp of air, just trying to steady myself before going down there. So it's a Sunday today, and shops in Norway are generally closed, like all shops except for petrol stations and yeah. But seeing as it is the last Sunday before Christmas, the shops are open for a few hours, and it's probably going to be bedlam down there, but at the same time I don't want to keep that on my mind, that that's something I need to do. So I want to get this crossed off my to-do list. So yeah, my husband has taken the girls up to the farm to see some other family members, and yeah, I'm headed down to the food shops. So I'll check in with you later. So I have been food shopping. It was a lot, and there were many people there. I mean, it was not complete bedlam, but it was very busy. And it took me well over an hour to kind of find everything that I wanted, and yeah, but it's done, so I can cross that off my list, and I'm so very pleased with myself, I have to say, for venturing out and doing that today. It's not always easy to get good parking and everything down there, and especially now because it snowed again yesterday, and of course there isn't really a lot of places to dump all the snow that they clear, so several spaces are occupied with heaps of snow. So yeah, it isn't always that easy to get parking and everything, but I managed it and it's done, and I can cross that off my list and move on to the next thing. So yeah, but I did get a question earlier this Vlogmas about what we tend to eat for our Christmas meal, and as you probably know, we celebrate on Christmas Eve, so that's the big day for us, and we eat pork belly. So in Norway there are many traditions, obviously, but mainly people either eat pork belly or something called pinnekjøtt, which is lamb's meat. But we've never had that tradition in my family. I'm from the east part of Norway, and it is most common to eat pork belly around these parts. So yeah, but I mean, pork belly sounds awful, but it is really good. But I only really eat it on Christmas Eve because it is very rich and fat, and yeah, I really like it, but only once a year, basically, because it's just too rich to have often, in my humble opinion. So yeah, and I want to save it for Christmas Eve, So yeah, I got the pork belly that we're going to have, and potatoes and vegetables and all of that kind of thing. We tend to have it with potatoes and gravy, either like a brown sauce or a wine reduction kind of thing, or actually just fat from the pork belly. I've never really liked that, so I make a kind of brown sauce to go with it. And then we usually have it with a kind of Norwegian version of sauerkraut. But our sauerkraut is sweeter and way less fermented than the one you get in Germany, because that's really pungent, and ours isn't really. So last year I made sauerkraut by hand, but this year I've just bought some ready that you could just heat up, because I can't really be bothered this year, to be honest. And because I'm not like a huge fan of sauerkraut, I really want to make kind of a cabbage stew instead. So you basically just make a white sauce and then put boiled cabbage in, which also doesn't really sound that delicious, but I think it really goes with pork belly. So yeah, I've bought all that I need, I think, for the Christmas meal. So yeah, I mean, every other year we are here in our home, and then we invite the in-laws, and then the other years we are up at the farm with my family. So yeah, we kind of split things, but this is an at-home year, so I'm cooking this year. Yeah, that was kind of a long interlude there. I don't really have much footage anyway today, so I guess that's okay. I also wanted to show you the ale that I made the other day. It has now been 5 days, so I thought it was okay to open one of the smaller bottles just to try it and see if it's finished. I haven't even had a sip yet, so I'm going to do that live, as it were. That is finished. So it's ready for Christmas Eve. And this is non-alcoholic sort of ale. As you can see, it's quite light. Blonde, is that what you call it? I have no idea, because I don't really drink beer, because I don't really like it. I've tried. At least I did when I was in university, but you know, yeah, I've never really liked it, so I'm going for this one. And this is, as I said, non-alcoholic, but it is very like sweet and with a hint of ginger, because I put in a little bit of ginger beer, and yeah, really like fresh. So yeah, I'm so pleased that's ready. I'm going to donate one of the bottles to my sister up at the farm, because yeah, I'm thinking she would probably like one. So at the moment it's about 5 p.m. now, and I'm in my sewing room. I'm going to attempt to sew a little bit more on my sister's shirt. It's taking forever, and it's not turning out exactly as I had wanted. I don't know, there's something with the fabric is a bit different, and I'm using a different technique, so I'm not as precise as I would want to be, but I'm hoping that she'll like it anyway. So, but I really want to get this finished now, so that I could sort of cross that off my list. So while I'm out here, my husband is inside and cooking a light meal for us. Yeah, I mean, tonight I think I am going to bed early, because I've been up way too late for a few days now, and I want to go to bed early, but I also really want to snuggle up in the sofa and watch a Christmas movie today, because I mean, I haven't really been able to indulge as much in that this year as I have been used to. I always make a priority to watch as many Christmas movies as I can manage, because they help me with the Christmas spirit, you know. So I have a long list of movies that I see almost every year, and then there are some new ones that, you know, I can watch if I want to. And I am usually quite, I mean, I wouldn't say picky about movies, but I don't really like movies that are too soppy and sentimental and all of that. But, you know, I love like political dramas and that kind of thing, like anytime else over the year. And I do like quirky comedies, and yeah, and just, you know, some romantic comedies is fine and everything, but I don't really tend to like all the very sentimental stuff. But at Christmas, all the better off. And yeah, I can even watch some of those like Hallmark Christmas movies sometimes, because yeah, they really help me to kind of settle into the preparations of Christmas. So I really want to watch one movie tonight too. But now I will get on with the shirt, and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, just finish it already, you know. So yeah, that's it for me for now, and I will hopefully check in with you a little bit later. It is finished. Woohoo! I had to hand stitch down this little lace here, and I'll be honest, this is not the neatest sewing that I've ever done. As I've been telling you, I've been using a bit of a different technique for this shirt, and well, it's only my third ever, and I don't have a pattern, I don't have instructions or anything, so yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I might try to make another one quite soon, and maybe make another one for my sister too when I have a little more time, and try to perfect this technique. But as of now, it will have to do. So yeah, I hope my sister will like it. And now I am actually going to drop into my bath and yeah, relax a little bit. So it was a short one today, but yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.